Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the lab. I never know how to start these stupid things. Hey. Let's actually close this out. And we'll bring that thing up. So I can see chat here and there, and we'll be good to go. And I got my recording thing. Hello, Amanda Copeland. Hello, Sonny Boy. Hello, Poke. Hello, yo, Obsidian. Yep, that's a me. Let's go to studio. Hello, Emma. Hello, Adjusting, a college podcast. Howdy from Texas. Want to plug your podcast? Adjusting is a college podcast from Texas. Find it wherever you get your podcasts. New set. This is the lab. You haven't been here before? No, the bar is over there. I'm looking at it, and normally on these live streams I can go back and forth. Today I'm wired up a little bit differently. We're just going to stay here because I'm doing lab work, and that's what we're doing. Hello, Germany, Nephilim. I think I've seen you around 100 times. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What sodas are we working on today? Oh, that's a good point. Did I bring enough sugar to set? Ooh. I might have fucked up there. Hold on. Uh-oh. No, that's not enough sugar. We're going to need more sugar, Greg. Did I put any here? I knew, it was in my head. Go get some sugar. It's a bad show if I don't have sugar. It's in the other room, but I have to go away to get it. I need to go away. You know what you should do while I go away? There's a new episode of HTD out right now about how to make hot drinks for inclement, cold, freezing weather like we're having. Ooh, I'm going to go get some sugar. Why don't you go check that out? I'll be right back. The stream continues because I can't turn it off. But, if you've got a minute, check it out. Leave it playing in the background. Why not? I'll be right back. Hang on, I'm in another room. I don't know if the wireless mic will go this far. Is there, I forgot my sugar. Oh, good. That's nice. Sugar. I don't know if that's going to be enough either. We might have to go downstairs, but that's okay. We'll start with this. Sugar. Hey, y'all. Greg's coming back. Hello. Hi. Well, that's how the show works, I goofed up. Yeah, let's get started here. So what am I working on? Same thing I've been working on for forever in this soft drink thing. I've been working on this for a long time now. This is like the 5th, 16th time, it's a lot, that I've attempted this. But I have new ingredients to try. So, oh shit, I didn't make dilutions of a few of them. That's all right, we'll do that too. I got new ingredients to try, and I think they're going to kind of crack this sucker wide open, or I freaking hope so. There's a soft drink that you can only get at Epcot or at the World of Coke. It's called Beverly. You can't buy it anywhere, and I happen to love it, and I want it real bad. I decided I was going to make my own. And so I actually physically, I should be delivering this straight to camera, but I'm not. Benzyl acetate. I physically went down there, methyl salicylate, isoamyl acetate. Okay, I must have bought these recently. Yeah, these are the recent acquisitions. I went down there and I stole 4 bottles off the tap of Beverly. Beverly is famously super duper bitter. You kind of have to be a weirdo freak to love it, but there's a lot of us out there actually, and you can't get it anywhere, and I want to get it. I want to use it on the show, and frankly, I want to sell it to you. But, of course, my version, it's not going to be the same anyway. It's inspired by, it's going to be called Gregory. And we're going to sell it in, actually at a website that I bought called drinksoda.com. But in order to get to that point, I've actually got to make the stuff. So, 1, 2, 3. Sure, we'll do those too. 4, 5. Well, these are flavors. I'm not really sure how I would use those. I kind of bought those for research purposes, less to use. Isoamyl acetate is a component in banana, and actually, to go with it, I made some banana extract a while ago, and it's it's a little cloudy. We could definitely clarify that. That's not hard to do. It's just a time-consuming process that's not necessary for right now, and it's noisy. But I made this literally with fresh banana peels and ethanol, and it's stinking of banana. It is awesome. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but I know it worked because it's powerful banana. Yeah, I think that the flavor that is missing from my previous efforts at creating my own version of Beverly is something in either the bubblegum or banana range. There's like a flavor profile here. Obviously, obviously, if you don't know it, it's super duper bitter. It's super bitter and super sweet. It's 14% sugar, but it's super bitter, and it's meant to be like a bitter aperitif or a non-alcoholic Amaro or something like that you would have 5-6 ounces of, not like a huge like Coca-Cola or something like that. But the first flavor you get whomped with is this pungent slap of something fumey, and I'm starting to think it might be banana notes. I'm not so smart at this, I'm not perfect at pulling things apart, and I'm not very experienced in the world of soda making, so everything I do is a little bit fucked up here. I need to make 3. Am I going to do dilutions of these? I really don't know if you're supposed to dilute a flavor or not. That is pungent. I would say that a flavor I can probably skip diluting, because I bet you use those in much higher quantities, but I won't have documentation like that on these. Oh, maybe I do if I go and look it up. I don't know. First thing I need to do is measure out some ethanol so I can make these dilutions. I made a bunch of dilutions before I started filming here, or living, and I guess I forgot these, so that's all right. I need to put 120 mils of ethanol into each one. I use this stupid little stand guy here literally so I don't have to bend over that far. I would love it to be even higher. That's 100. I get my tiny doo-doo. How you doing out there, by the way? Bang is discontinued. Dub question: why peels and not the fruit? Most of your flavor is like the constant, because it's in the peel. Believe it or not, that's where you want it. That's why like the juice is in the fruit with most fruits, but like the flavor, the oils, the essences, those are usually in the peels. I don't know why, but I do know that is the way it's done. Okay, you raise a good question. Okay, somebody in the comments probably knows, like brewers and stuff like that. Possibly being done. I think extracts are typically made with peels because they contain oils which are more soluble in alcohol, unlike fruit. Well, it's more concentrated too. Like what you're gonna find inside of. Yeah, I forget how this works out, but like you'll find in an orange, for example, an orange is full of orange juice. It's not full of orange oil. It's not full of like concentrated, powerful flavors. Believe it or not, that's one of the reasons why, like, if you use an orange juice in a cocktail, they usually suck. This is the lab. The bar is over there. Oh, I just saw someone answering a question on my behalf. So that's 120 mils. I'll put another 120 in here. Yes, I could just be using a 250 milliliter graduated cylinder. I'm choosing not to. Have you guys checked out today's episode of How to Drink by any chance? I'm curious. I'm doing a little experiment here too. I released a new episode of HTD today. Frankly, it's not doing so great. It's called Hot Drinks. Hot Drinks! Well, actually, it's not called that. It's had a couple different titles now. It's called Hot Drinks because it's cold outside, or that's what the premise is. I thought it was going to do all right. It's a cool thumbnail. I think it's a cool title, both of the titles I tried. I think it's pretty good content, and it's like just not getting picked. It's not even that people are skipping it when they go to watch it. Like, they're just not watching it. So maybe I'm not cool anymore. Or maybe there's just big news happening else in the world. Or maybe a lot of you are all watching ad-free on Patreon. That's pretty cool, too. which is fine. Please do that. That's what that's for. But I'm curious. And so Meredith and I were like, I don't know. I mean, like, I know live streams and videos are two different things. And I was like, boy, you know, if there was ever a time to test out what happens when you go live right after releasing a video, today's the day. They actually gave us a feature on YouTube called Premiere or something like that, that basically, I think it's meant to be so that you can make a video go live while you're live streaming so that you can watch it with your audience, like, together. I don't think anybody uses it, but certainly, like, I think that YouTube is saying, yeah, you should do that. You should go live and release videos at the same damn time. You're making a whiskey skin? Hell yeah. Those are so good. You know what I might do is I might open up one of my bottled cocktails. That's the next episode that I'm working on for How to Drink, is how to bottle your own cocktails so that you can make them in advance. Excuse me as I snortle. It's going to be a game changer for me when I have company over, or when I go to a place that's having me as company. It's pretty exciting for me. Premieres are for fun. You can see live reactions on release. Yeah, I should try it one of these days. I mean, I got nothing else to lose. YouTube ain't making me shit. 20 milliliters, where the hell are you? Here we go. Okay. I know, this is like the most like obnoxious, just like bookkeeping kind of work right now. Just literally making this dilutions. So I do, making a lot of dilutions. I forgot these three though, and they're definitely things I want to use. I'm like, this is kind of the mission statement today, is to try these things out. The first thing I'm going to do is take out 1,200 mils from each one of those, or not 1,200 mils, 1,200 microliters. To do that, and the reason I'm doing that is twofold. I'm pretty sure that's how the math works. I want to have a 1% dilution of these ingredients in there, and I think that to make it truly 1%, I got to take out the amount so that the whole thing is 120 mils, of which 1% is the thing I'm diluting. Whether that's true or not, it's close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades, and I need a little extra room in these bottles for the 1,200 microliters that I want to add into them. So grab my 1 milliliter. That didn't look right. Just removing 1 milliliter. Why don't I just measure it to be less? Because this is easier. That's why. Okay. Do you ever use vegetable glycerin for texture and mouthfeel? Not yet, I don't. It's a cool idea. Not yet, I don't. Someone was said, dilutions, the bane of all existence in labs. Yeah, I mean, it's like necessary. I can't measure the amounts that we need because they're too small, so we need to have this all diluted way down. We're making 1%ers right now, and if it turns out that I really, like, okay, we're going to use that, we'll probably make something like a 10% of it as we work on our formulation process, but we'll see. Just making these for now. A video about non-diluted cocktails with their diluted counterpunch would be fun, but probably dangerous. I don't know what that means, to be perfectly honest. I just don't know what you're suggesting. I like that you got a thought. Can you explain it? Too small, that's what she said. Yeah. Halfway through the episode when you got the stream notification. So that's a great, thank you. All right, so Kenneth, you got a stream notification halfway through the episode. You bailed on the episode. You came to the stream. Okay, good to know. I want to know, if you got the stream notification, did you get an episode drop notification? If you got an episode notification, did you get a stream notification? I guess that category of human won't be here. Because I have a funny feeling that they're just two different audiences, mostly. That the people that YouTube thinks want to watch streams are not the people that YouTube thinks want to watch episodes. You know what I mean? Am I going to wear gloves? Yeah. These oils are kind of sticky a lot of times, and like, I don't know if they're pretty concentrated. I don't know if I'm supposed to have them on my skin. They're hard to wash. They stink and stuff, so we just do this. Gregory, a Beverly inspired soda. That is what we're working on. I wonder if creators are going to start looking at new platforms. YouTube seems increasingly creator. No. YouTube is very creator friendly. The world is creator hostile. YouTube, I'm not even exaggerating here. I'm a guy who does this professionally. YouTube is the most creator friendly platform there is. Truly, it doesn't get better than this. All right, this is isoamyl acetate. We make a label. 1% iso AMYL space ACETATE, print. Funny, it did a stream notification while watching the YouTube, but I never get notifications for videos. Okay. I'd say that if you have a gun channel. Well, I will say that. And also, I don't like your PFP. I don't know in internet speak, but it feels like you're going for something there that I'm not a fan of. I don't know if we're all supposed to be in on a joke there. We're not all in on the joke. We all know what it looks like. Anyway, yeah, so like the problem with a gun channel or a meme channel or a MT Go channel. So do you understand how a ad-supported platform works? Because you're saying like, oh, it's hostile towards those people. YouTube is an advertising-driven platform, right? It exists to make money. You create a resource when you make a YouTube channel that YouTube exploits to create a product. The product, don't take this the wrong way, it's you, it's the audience. And what YouTube does is sell that audience to advertisers, okay? So if you make a resource that cannot be sold to advertisers, well, you're not going to get sold to advertisers, and your content will be worth nothing. That's why some content gets demonetized, because the way that the ad market works, they don't buy ads on my videos. They buy them in your eyeballs on your player. They say, I want guys who live, or girls, or whatever, who live near coast, have this level of education, make this income, and I want 1 million of their eyeballs. Can you find them for me, YouTube? And YouTube will say, sure, we will find them for you. And it'll look at that demo and say, here they are, bid. How many people want these eyeballs? And everybody will bid on the eyeballs because it's, it's an open market like eBay. And the more people are bidding for these eyeballs, the more the price of those eyeballs goes up. That's great for us, right? Like that's how we make a living on YouTube. That's why things like CPM, which is cost per mille, it's the price of 1,000 impressions, which is usually like $5, $7, something like that. Sometimes it's pennies. Sometimes, like if you have a finance channel, it'll be like, I'm told, $20, $30 or something like that. It's crazy. That fluctuates, right? It fluctuates based on who your demo is and how desirable it is to advertise to that demo. And really not who your demo is, but like what demographic is the plurality of people on your channel will average out to. Okay, so we're getting complicated, right? But the thing is, if I buy those eyeballs and I'm in Widgets Incorporated, and all of a sudden I find out, hey man, just because they were in that demo, you put my commercial against a video of a guy shooting targets in his backyard of well-known politicians and calling for revolution. That's really bad for my brand. Can you never put any of my ads on that channel again, asshole? And YouTube says, my bad, I'm real sorry, demonetized. And I'm taking that channel out of the pool of potential places that ads could get sold. That's what a video is that gets demonetized. My point is, if you make content that isn't advertiser friendly, don't fucking pitch a fit when advertisers can't be put on your content and you get demonetized. That's how it fucking works. It's extremely not hostile because YouTube actually splits the revenue with us. We don't get paid by YouTube. YouTube says, whatever we make, you get 40%. Halberd, you're going to get knocked out of here. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know who Hickcock45 is. I don't know what he does, but apparently two things could be true. He could be lying about being demonetized. A lot of people up here lie about being demonetized because it plays well with their audience, apparently. If you've ever seen a commercial anywhere near his content, he's not demonetized. Two, I mean, this is like the kind of conversations I used to have on Twitch. We're getting heated in here already. I don't like this. I don't like this. Two, I don't know what's going on over there, but it's very possible that advertisers are like, I actually don't want my content to be advertised anywhere near anything with guns. I don't want, ooh, that guy makes edgy comedy. I don't want my advertising anywhere. I don't know what's going to happen there, okay? I don't know what they're going to make a joke about. I don't know if that's going to blow up. You can't be that guy in this marketplace because you bring it down, you ruin it for the rest of us. You're ruining it for the rest of us, okay? So anyway, let's make some 1% solution of isoamyl acetate. I just watched a video of, sorry, I just watched a video of, what's his name? I forget his name. But he's got a channel called Physics Duck, and you should totally check it out. I wish I could be this guy. His YouTube is so good, so good. Every one of his videos says, I mean, it's brilliant. Every video of his opens with, hey, you want to see something cool? And then he shows you something cool. It's fantastic. He's like an electrical engineer. I don't know what he is. He's some kind of he owns a power plant? I'm baffled by what this guy does for a living. Some kind of an engineering renaissance man. But he just did a video about, I don't want to know about your fucking politics. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. Tell him Greg from How to Drink loves him too, if you see him. But, woo, that stinks like banana. Okay, we're going to put 1,200 microliters of this stuff into here. I get heated about it because I'm in the alcohol space. And a lot of times people come over to me on my channel like, hey, Greg, I heard people in your demo or in your niche are getting demonetized. You know, this channel I follow said they got blah, blah, blah. And I always have to say, like, I think in my entire history of being on YouTube, I had one video that got demonetized. And it was because there was violent clips from Call of Duty in it, the video game. Like people's heads exploding and stuff in the video game. That got it demonetized. I know exactly why I got demonetized. It's not a fucking mystery. YouTube tells you what you got demonetized for or partial monetization for, and they even tell you the time code of where it happened. Like people who tell you, like, YouTube's got an agenda against me. Like, they are lying to you. I promise you they're lying to you because it's good, because it sells mugs. All right, don't get me in trouble. I don't want to fight with any other tubers on here. I'm just saying, it's just real. Is this a new set? This is a new, my audio is quiet? No. All right, well, I can fix that. Hi guys, this is Greg. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, is that better? You know what I should do? Hold on. I should switch this around. This is really good content, guys. Stereo right, we want to, that's the problem probably. I'm really only in one of your ears right now because that's how I record. There you go. Hi, is that better? That should be better. That's how I record because it gives me more options in post. You guys want to get technical? So in my recording rig, I have a mixer and it takes the left channel and it sends it post fader into my recorder, and it takes that same thing and it sends it pre-fader into my recorder. And if you're on headphones or speakers, you're really only getting half the sound, so not good. Okay, we're making methyl salicylate now, dilution. Sorry, I got really heated about that. I really shouldn't have. That was not cool of me. I do apologize. It's just like it's a bugbear of mine. Real bugbear of mine. One of my favorite monsters to use in the fuzz. There was fuzz? Oh, shit. I didn't know that. One of my favorite monsters to use in D&D is a bugbear. He's just like perfect. He's just like a big angry dude. He's strong. He's not too high powered, right? Like they're like, you know, moderate. Salicylate. And they're basically just like generic monster. Bugbear. Monster. You know. You might love Heated Greg. Not everybody loves Heated Greg. Greg, it's the coolest fucking thing you do. I don't give a fuck about drinking. I like that you're a chill leftist. Okay. You can like that. I don't know that I qualify as being a leftist. I feel like, honestly, I've got pretty regular old liberal views, but we don't need to talk about my politics because, as Chris Bowden said, none of my fucking business. That's not what I'm here to do. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. Yeah, he's a leftist. Lol. I don't know if you're saying that like I'm not left enough or I'm too far to the left. I feel like this guy, man. I'm not a fan of your piffed. I don't know how to do this. Let me see. Check this out, guys. Everybody. Bye. There we go. Now, he can talk all he wants, but nobody can see his messages. You got censored. I do though. That's the funny thing. I have gotten in more trouble, and this is why I like when people say, oh, there's no extreme left. I have to disagree. I have gotten attacked from my left many times, like just as much as they come after me from my right, just so that we're clear. The only place I ever got death threats from was the left, so I'm not saying it's a majority, it's an extreme minority, but like, you know. It takes a lot for Greg to silence something. It does, but mostly it's honestly, I could talk to you all you want. I just kept seeing that damn PFP. By the way, when do you guys start calling them PFPs? Profile pic. That's so weird to me. Generationally, it's still an Avi to me, an avatar. But yeah, every time I saw that, I was getting pissed off, so it had to go. It's a real, I'm not touching you kind of picture, and it kind of annoys me. No, I'm not touching you. No, it was the thing that's designed to look like a swastika is what it was. America's thought about the political left always amazes me. What you guys consider left in most other places is barely more than moderately right. Yeah, it is true. That's absolutely a fact. Absolutely. Man, I don't want to be doing this. Favorite fictional character? What a weird question. I mean, it's not a weird question. It's a great question. It's just not one I ever thought of. You're going to hate this answer. I'm just like, there's no way to ever answer a question that'd be like, that is my favorite thing. I'm going to say Billy, what's his name? Is it Billy? Kid Miracle Man. Kid Miracle Man is my favorite fictional character of today. If you've never read Miracle Man, also known as Marvel Man, if you have a really early, I do happen to have Marvel Man issue 1. If you've ever read that by Alan Moore, you should check it out. All my homies love Billy. It's like, I forget, it's Billy Batson or Billy Batstow or something. I don't know. It's some name. Hit me with a shout out if you're up on Miracle Man. Dude, that shit is so fucking good. It's like everything that Alan Moore was going to do in Watchmen later, but first. It's his first comic book. A little leftist Alan Moore. My Rhaegar Targaryen spiel. Yeah, dude. Rhaegar. You know what Rhaegar is? Oh, man. Rhaegar, man. I hate to say it. No, we're not going to get into that. That's also too political. It's an unforced error for me to get into what my thoughts were about to be on Rhaegar. Totally unforced error. Totally did not need to go there. This is crazy. I've heard of Miracle Man. I don't buy anything right now. That requires money. Fair enough. Billy Batson is Shazam. Captain Marvel. Okay, thank you. No, that's not what I'm into. I'm into whatever his name is, the Kid Miracle Man in Miracle Man. It's a great comic. I really don't want to spoil it for people. I would say great graphic novel, really. I don't want to spoil it for people who may check it out, so I probably shouldn't talk about it more. But there's a scene in it. It's like the coolest page in any comic book I've ever seen. They see the tiger smiling. Oh my God, it's so good. So good. I don't have hundreds of flannels. I have like 20. It's kind of a lot. Invisibles over the Watchmen. Ooh, Grant Morrison over the Watchmen. I like them both. I think the Invisibles is better than the Matrix. Oh, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? All right. Johnny Bates. That's what it is that was throwing me off. Am I into modern comics at all? Not really. No. Not really. Can you make a request for a soda concoction or two? You can make a request. The problem is that like this is not cocktails. This is not something where I can just whip something up really fast. It takes me so much time. This is very slow work. The Matrix was the millennial version. So anyway, The Incredibles, The Invisibles. Grant Morrison was actually encouraged by a lot of people to sue Warner Brothers over The Matrix because, like, they straight up, like, stole entire scenes directly from the comic. And I hate to tell you this, but the comic's a lot cooler. So, also in an episode of the most recent season, which is 1,000 years ago now, of Stranger Things, there's an entire episode that felt like a backdoor pilot for an Invisibles. Like, there was heavy Invisibles references in it, including all of the character names being shown as graffiti on some wall. I was like, whoa, man, this is not subtle at all. Okay, so let me talk about Midnight Local. Yeah, I don't know, Midnight Local's coming. It's coming back. The problem with Midnight Local is that Meredith and I made a half a year's worth of episodes after we got fired, and we each made $500 off of that. And so it's really hard to justify the time it takes to make that from a purely financial standpoint when this is the stuff that pays the bills. So how common is cocktail knowledge amongst today's bartenders? I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Nope, I'm done with extracts. I'm done with dilutions. Where have I been? So, yeah, okay, I could talk about that for a second. Actually, no, I don't even want to talk about it. Go over to Midnight Local and watch the video called We Got Fired. It's all about what happened. The whole show, we were produced by Studio 71, and then they terminated our contract a little less than halfway through its completion, which sucked because I made some major life decisions based on that contract. Not that it was a huge sum of money, but it was some. It was a couple bucks. Meredith's great. Meredith's great. Have you ever been caught taking utensils from your wife's kitchen for your show? You think it's my wife's kitchen? Yeah. That girl burns popcorn, man. She knows it's true. She made a cottage cheese toast the other day, and it took me a week to repair the pan. Okay. So we got a 300. Any loss sucks. You should be paid for your labor. Well, we did get, it was just like, hey guys, we're not paying for any more episodes, so you can keep giving them to us for free. That's literally what they said. I was like, no, I don't want to do that, actually. So, okay, let's see here. Oh, shit, is that over there? I think it is. I'm going to go get my stir plate. I think it's over there.
Sorry guys, I just gotta walk over here. I'll come off camera for a second. Here we go. Oh yeah, give me that. Yep, I got it here. Wait a second. Okay, we got it. Here we go. I'm going back now. Stir plate. Plug it in. Whoop. Set it up.
Okay. Nah, meat wad's actually in a deeper register. I can get close to meat wad, but I have a hard time really nailing meat wad. I might be too hard on myself, but meat wad is just slightly below where I can take that voice. Okay, so you miss hearing Meredith in the occasional video. Yeah, I do too. It was fun. So we're going to start with 250. Actually, the first thing I should do is do a little research. One time in chemistry class, we were boiling water, and then I stuck it. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Anytime a story starts with one time, generationally, think about Bandcamp. So we're going to do isoamyl. What I'm doing right now is just taking some notes. Again, this is a thing I should have done before I went live, but, methyl salicylate. Not methyl. And what else did I grab? Benzyl acetate. And I also have clove leaf oil. And I have nutmeg oil. And I have Palo Santo, which sounded really interesting based on the description, and also it smells really cool. Does fresh fruit juice carbonate well? If you clarify it, it won't carbonate well if there's any kind of pulp in it at all. You can force it to be carbonated for a short-term period of time. You can do that, and I don't care what anybody else says, you can do it. You can point of service in either a 2-liter soda bottle with a carbo cap on it or in a drink mate or something like that. You can force carbonation into it and it will be reasonably carbonated for the duration of that drink. But you can't, it won't stay carbonated because there's too many nucleation points that will give it all up. Greg's making meth again. Has anything exploded yet? No. We're still working on Gregory. We are still working on Gregory. Greg from HTD is an anime, or as an anime. What? No way. Isoamyl acetate, that triggers my trap card. I don't have any clue what I'm talking about. Okay, and now I need to look up some numbers on that. So let's look. FEMA grass, isoamyl acetate. We need to figure out what the standard and safe usages are for that stuff. I'm taking my gloves off. This is impossible. Hey, Whip8! Man, this is the first time I've had to ban anybody from a YouTube live stream. Twitch, it was frequent enough. It just bums me out, man. It bums me out. 2055 is our reference number. Apple find 2055. Zoop. This one was scanned in negative, which is fascinating to me. Zoom that shit in, man. I need to see that shit. 2055. Isoamyl acetate. In beverages, 28 parts per million. Let's put one above here. 28 pp. Bev, we'll just put there. I don't need 100% of this information. I just need a couple. I really only need that one line, but it's one of those things where, like, you know, I wouldn't mind. In chewing gum, you're looking at 2,700 parts per million. We're just going to work on, I will put chewing gum here because the numbers on chewing gum are always insane. And I don't know why, honestly. I guess because it's like, it's just different. But it's like good to know that, like, well, that's safe. You know, like, you're not going to kill anybody putting in up to 2,700 parts per million of isoamyl acetate because sometimes people eat their gum. So we want to look up methyl salicylate. I don't need 100% of this information. Is the correct way to internet? I mean, it's the correct way to live, I think. Methyl salicylate isn't on there. Does it have some other name? Let's try it this way. Methyl salicylate, FEMA grass. I'm really bummed about that. There it is. I just spelt it wrong because I'm an idiot. Oh, because it's not salicylate. It's salicylate. Oh, okay. 2745 is my reference number. 2745. Oh, you know what's funny, actually? I know why this looks like it's in reverse. It's because I installed a plugin that actually makes my computer work everything in night mode, which is awesome, by the way. There we are. Number of receipts, 76. That's nice. 59 ppm in Bev. And fucking 8,400 in chewing gum. Mitchell Delving, greater than the Shire. Salicylate, yeah. Benzyl acetate. Again, I'm not like spelling this right or something. FEMA grass. There it is. Same about the gum. It's the xylitol. My local World Market has Italian coffee flavored soda. When I drink it, I love it. I thought you would love it. Okay. May work for coffee. I like Rivendell. What happened with that quaint 1990s background? Oh no, that's over there. So this is the lab. I'll just do an occasional update here. And by the way, all of this is only possible through Patreon. And I have an app, which I'm not showing off today. It's pretty cool. I've been talking about it a lot in my channel. But if you go to hcdapp.com or the link in the description, you should check it out. I would really appreciate it. I don't know if you love the show or not, or whatever your situation is, but I assume you're here, you like it, and you'd like to see it keep going. I can't without Patreon picking up the slack here. And there's a lot of stuff over there at the Patreon. I've been really trying to give a lot more to that. And so if you want to take a look and see if there's something over there that is going to tickle your fancy, if you've got a fancy to tickle, take a look, please, like the HCD app. So what happened is I started making these sodas. I want to start making sodas. I have a whole soda thing I want to do on the show, and I needed a lot of different equipment, a lot of different ingredients, and I realized that bringing it in and out of the HCD bar with the way this studio works is a nightmare. So I just built another set. And so I'm looking at the studio bar right now, the HCD bar right there. And normally on these streams, I can walk in there and stream from there while we can do multiple locations. But I'm not set up for that today. 2135. Oh, thank you, Sweep. Okay. 2135. I'm really looking forward to actually doing some work on this. I have not been able to work on Gregorly in several weeks. I was trying to get it done desperately before the holiday, 7.8 parts per million, and I failed. Is that right? Did I put 509? Yeah, that's probably right, actually. Clove leaf oil. Let's look that up. I was desperately trying to make it work before the holiday, and then it wasn't possible. And so there wasn't much push to make it happen at that point. Number 2325. Not that there wasn't much push, but other things took precedence. 2325. And now I'm finally in a place where I can get back on it, and I'm so excited about getting this done. I really hope something that I have, you could see it. It could happen right now. This could be the day that we crack this nut. 8.6 for clove leaf oil. Nutmeg oil. Isn't the HED bar, it's the lab for the sodas. Yeah, you tricked me. You tricked out the bar. Thank you. He primped his bar. Yo, I heard you liked cyberpunk in your bar, so I put bar in your punk cyber punking 2739. It's just Greg says numbers on the internet. 2739. Why don't you show up? 2793. That's why. And there you are. Zip, 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 zip. Now, you're a little different. You are laid out that way, and wow, only 3. Holy shit. That must be some wild stuff. And then, I don't even know if this one's, let's see, Palo Santo Fema grass. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Nope, missing. Shit. Safety data sheet at Nature Cosmos. I should look at where I got it from, which was that New Directions? New Directions, Aromatics. I'll look up their safety data sheet on this. We'll look up Palo Santo. There you are. Where's that SDS? There we go. You have your flammable. Uh-oh. You have a category 5 acute toxicity. You do skin irritation, skin sensitization. Your you're hazardous to the aquatic environment. Okay, let's go there. It's combustible. Probably don't want to swallow it. You don't want to put it in your airways. Well, that's true of fucking everything that's liquid. Causes skin irritation. That'll apply to any of these. Toxic to aquatic life. That's kind of crazy. Keep away from heat. Yeah, because it burns. Wash hands. Contaminated water. Okay. Yeah. I bet this one is not safe to ingest. Palo Santo in beverages. It's not. Oh, here's a guy using it in tincture form. Palo Santo safety. Yeah, generally safe to consume according to AI. It's not FEMA grass. That makes me a little concerned. Oh, but you know, what if it was actually, hold on. Is there another name for it? Palmarosa oil. I don't believe that's what this is. That's a whole other thing. Let me see if there's some other info on the bottle. Palo Santo. Okay, wait, we should put that in there. Burr. Sarah. I cannot read that. Graviolins. FEMA. Grass. Try one more way to do this. Just do like Palo. And we'll try Santo. Isn't this a great live stream, guys? All right, well, I'm not going to fuck with that one today. It is, but you know, it's one of those things where it might be useful for reference purposes. Palo Santo. Oh my God, what does that smell like? That's a 1% dilution. That's like, what's my things? Oh, there. Huh. That's a weird one. All right. Moving right along. Now I need to, I guess I just need to make some syrupy water. And we'll do some work. This first round of work is going to be like, okay. Bring back Brennan. I would love to have Brennan come back, man. He was running from fires and shit the other week. He like split, man. Good for him. Good for them. He's got a kid now. He's in California. It's like a pain in the butt. I need to pee. I've been watching Severance. I love it. It's my favorite show, man. Okay. I need, this is so embarrassing. What's 14% of 250? 35. Thank you. I need 35 grams of sugar. 20, 26, 27, 28. How sciencey do we want to be? There you go. Everyone doing well? Almost off my shift. Cool, but most you can really do is hope to schedule online. La. What type of soda? I'm working on a non-alcoholic bitter aperitif that I am dubbing Beverly. That is the soda that we're working on, and I've been working on it for a long time now, and I'm losing my mind. And I have some new ingredients I want to test out in Beverly, and that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Nile Red, I turned this couch cushion into an old-fashioned. Yeah, he's great. He is fantastic. I love it. So I wanted to turn a couch cushion into an old-fashioned. So I needed mummy dust. I feel like it could almost be a meme format. Okay. You will be for my dry measuring today. No, don't forget that, Greg. So let's see here. I want to do... Well, actually, the first thing I want to do, really, is try my own banana extract. So we can consider this to be 100% banana. I do a new tab. Let's do, there we are, formulations. Okay, we'll call this one banana sweet test. And then put one row above even. I'm using a spreadsheet. I was like hand taking all my notes on my little electric pad, but that got crazy. Banana sweet test, and we'll do banana extract. Let's do 50 ppm. Okay. To do that, I would need, oh God, I'm so bad at this math. I would need 5 milliliters, if I'm not mistaken. No, this is 100%. Right, we're calling this 100%. Oh, so I like need, I don't even know if I can measure that. I need 5 microliters. And actually, I don't even need that. I need a quarter of that. I need drops. I need a drop. I need like less than a drop. We can't accurately measure this small amount, but we just want to see, unfortunately, we're going to throw this batch, but I just want to see, does this, honestly, does this even do anything? 4 drops to get me into this pungent, slap you in the face flavor that I am looking for. And now I'm going to break all of the laws and drink from my my laboratory glassware. Actually, I'll do a taste with a, I like to use these for this. Boy, that's not... Fuck notes. Quinine. I'm just going to throw some shit in there. Because gentian. Now I'm really interested. Cassia. More gentian. That gentian looks thin. I think I screwed that one up. I don't think we want angelica or wormwood. Grapefruit peel, maybe. That's interesting. Bitter orange. Where'd that go? There it is. Let's just slap a little of that in there. Like, if this stuff is in that range. So one of the problems I'm running into is that I can do scent tests on aromatics, esters. I don't know what the word is for that stuff. But like, bitter stuff doesn't really smell like it's going to affect a flavor the same way. So it's really hard, in my opinion, from my limited experience, to like get this part right. That's like not bitter at all. That's bitter. That has a really lasting bitterness. That was gentian, by the way, that I added, which is a common bittering agent. That was grapefruit peel. Your urine's gonna be chartreuse. I think banana might be a prominent flavor in Beverly, yeah. I have spent a very long time trying to identify the flavors in Beverly. It's really hard. I'm bad at it. Hang on. Let me go get my test Beverly. I'm so little of this left. It's really starting to make me nervous. But, you know, needs must. Needs must. Yeah, it's more bubblegum. It's wild, man. What a wild flavor. I do have that. Let me try that bubblegum flavor. Where did I stick that stuff? Slim Shady. Newt Catone. No. Where'd it go? What? Oh, there it is. Bubblegum fruity. Bubblegum. Gentian impact. Have you considered making alcoholic beverages to sell in stores? I've looked into it. I don't think that frankly, the margins on it suck, if I'm honest. And I was doing some research on, because, you know, everybody's like, oh, the people are drinking less. Gen Z is drinking less. It's true. I don't think it's as true as a lot of people say it is, but that's okay. But the answer, I've drawn a conclusion as to why that might be happening. Yeah. Prices are kind of all over the place. That wasn't cool. Wait a minute, though. This bubblegum thing might be kind of barking up the right tree. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so. I think we might have hit something here. So I think, because I was like, that's why I'm starting a soda thing. I'm doing sodas on the show, and the sodas I make on the show, you're going to be able to buy at drinksoda.com. That is the thing I'm doing. I'm excited about it. And the reason I did that is partially because it's fun and exciting, and I like doing it, and honestly, I would like to, I think it's cool. And also because, like, previously I'd looked into doing alcoholic beverages, like starting a whiskey company or something like that, or doing, you know, canned cocktails or whatever. They suck as a product because you can't sell them. If you're here, an influencer, if you will, if I can't send you to a website to buy something, it's really hard for you to buy it. There are ways to get around that. Obviously, I have a partnership, maybe not obviously, but I have a partnership with Curiata. You go to drink.curiata.com. You can, in some places, order alcohol from them. But you can't go to Amazon. I can't send you to my own website. In addition to that, because of the taxation on it, the production requirements, the storage requirements, all of the stuff that goes with it, the margins are pretty small. So in order for me to sell an alcoholic beverage, really, I have to sell it, make profit on scale, which means, like, you know, the only way to make a living, you have to sell lots of it. And I can't sell it directly to you. I have to hope it's in a liquor store near the people I talk to on the internet, and that I can convince them to physically go to the liquor store and buy it. Terrible product. Now, on top of that, they say, hey, the kid's drinking less. That's great in some ways. I have my ill feelings about it have nothing to do with my livelihood and more to do with I'm concerned about the evolution of a youth-oriented anti-fun brigade, but that's a separate issue for another video. Did I just add some gentian to that or not? I forgot. I should probably pay attention to my work. But I was, Meredith and I put together a lot of research on, oh, that was just grapefruit peel. All right, fucking whatever. I wanted the gentian impact. We did a lot of research, put it together on what's going on there, what's the truth there, all that stuff. Sales are a little bit down, still historically in the normal range. Part of the reason why people are freaking out is because sales of alcohol have been high, and spirit brands have exploded. And so now there's like, any softening of that market is going to put people out of business. Last year, not an exaggeration, 2 tequila brands launched, or no, a tequila brand launched every other day of last year. But one of the other things I was reading is like a bunch of market research, stuff like that. Nielsen points out that advertising, and you've been hearing this for years, advertising doesn't really work on Gen Z. They really want to they'll do whatever the influencers tell them to do. Whatever their influencers are doing is what they want to do. That's what the kids do. And I think there's some truth there, right? Like, I think that's probably mostly true. It sounds really cynical in that way. It might sound even more cynical in this way. If you follow, I'm trying to think of somebody whom I'm not going to name anybody on Instagram, because anybody I name, if I say this next part, if there's a fan, you're going to freak out. If you follow Johnny Jim Job Jooby-Doos on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and Johnny Jim Bob Dooby-Doos is having a really good time eating broccoli. He loves broccoli. He thinks broccoli is really cool. He talks about it all the time. Man, in the last couple of months, Johnny Jim Bob Dooby-Doos has really been going down this broccoli kick. He's tracking his broccoli intake. He's on broccoli supplements. Might be something in this. I don't know. I might be into broccoli too. I might be into homesteading too. I might be into my health too. I should look like that. I admire this person. I would like to like the things that they like. I wonder if they think about me. I wonder what makes them tick. And it becomes this sort of feedback loop where you don't even know that you're the dog whose tail is wagging you. And I think if you are sitting down and you've got 7 million subscribers or whatever on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, if you're sitting down with your product dev team and you're like, all right, well, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that. Here's how the investments are going to break down on that. This is how much it costs to go into business making canned cocktails. This is how much it costs to go into business doing this. This is how much it costs to make edibles. This is how much it costs to make t-shirts. This is how much it costs to launch a fragrance line. Oh, that's a really cheap one. This is how much it costs to do that. These are the potential problems with going into that business. These are the pitfalls. You can't do this, you can do this, you can't do that, you can do this. These are the margins on the products that people are willing to spend, they're willing to buy for this. This is what it costs to make that, generally speaking. What do you think, boss? What should we develop? And you're going to look at that list and say, I think we should do sugar water. I think we should do the stuff that doesn't have alcohol in it for so many reasons. The margins are high and I can ship it directly to my people. How do you do that? Well, we'll tell them it's healthy. I'm going to make non-alcoholic cocktails, and I'm going to be very health conscious. And I'm going to be health conscious all the time. And I'm going to talk about how important my health is, and that I'm really just trying to cleanse myself and detox, and that I just think I'm really looking, at myself now, and I'm just trying to really get better one day at a time. And I've been thinking about it, and I've just been drinking a little bit too much lately. And if I'm honest with myself, I could afford to cut back. And that's why and I looked around, there wasn't anything to really, to supplant that for me. And I looked around and I said, if I make these adaptogenic, nootropic, alter, like sideways euphorics, it's these non-alcoholic cocktails are sodas, by the way. I made them because they didn't exist for me, and I thought, gee, I should just share those with the world. And I think that the reason that the non-alcoholic cocktail space is exploding is because propaganda, you are not immune to propaganda, and because the margins are good on it. I think that's why. because Meredith and I went to do an episode a while ago on non-alcoholic cocktails, and we scrapped it because we couldn't fucking afford it because the prices on that shit are insane. It's gentian and bubblegum. Yeah! It's gentian and bubblegum! With orange! Oh, hot baby mama! Woo! Oh, yeah. All right. The only problem there is that, am I going to be using a bubblegum flavor? Or do I have to develop my own bubblegum flavor? I think we can probably use an off-the-shelf bubblegum flavor because bubblegum is a fucking bitch to make and formulate. I should have only opened these one at a time. I have no idea. Uh-oh. Oh, well, they might get a little bit tiny mixed. Bubblegum is just cherry, banana, cinnamon, and vanilla, right? Yeah, that's like one way to do it. It's a closely guarded secret, honestly, and there's multiple formulations of it. I've seen cinnamon is a frequent flyer in the world of bubblegum. I have seen, I'm trying to think now, there's another one that comes up. Pineapple comes up sometimes too. So bubblegum is a pretty complicated flavor. It's not a real flavor. It was originally called Tutti Frutti by the guy who invented it. Which gives you an indication of what might be in there. You can't stand bubblegum flavor. Well, that makes sense because Beverly, which is the soda I'm trying to make a riff on, is not popular. It is. I mean, it's popular as a meme. People famously hate it. I love it. Some of us love it. Here's the thing about this. If I told you that what is in this bottle is a soda that the people like in Italy, and I put it next to a bunch of different sweetened Coke products, you would say that's the worst thing I ever had in my life. If I told you that what is in this bottle is a colorless, non-alcoholic alternative to a Negroni, oh, you might like that, wouldn't you? See, it's about expectations. It's about setting up expectations and wagging the dog. And I fucking love it. I love it in here. I never watched that show. I couldn't get into it. It was too mean. The first episode of Succession put me way off, and I was like, I don't need this stress in my life. I can't handle this. All right. I think we just had a breakthrough, which means I'm going to have to download this stream to use in the episode. I should have been filming on that. Okay. Whatever Leo wants, Leo gets. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go into my notes. Doop. Go to quick sheets. Let's go back to my favorite. Clear clipboard, please. What in the hell are you doing? So I have notes in here on a lot of these formulations. If I can find it. For the sweet Jesus. Where the hell did it go? Iron Brew, which I said wrong. I like bitter. Bubblegum flavor was always the worst. Grape or cherry, big league, blah, 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 blah. This is a Remarkable 2. It's an e-ink display that is currently rebooting. I haven't used it in a minute, so it's probably angry at me. And I really like it. It's super fast and responsive generally. Today it's being naughty. You know what I should do? I should set up an ethanol bath somewhere here. Can you just like fucking reboot? You're embarrassing me. It's easy to get kind of close to bubblegum. It's a bitch and a half to get it right. Yep, that sounds about right. Okay. Drink, make, carbonate your new creation. Yeah, I probably should actually when I get to that step. I need like, that'll work. And my magnet? Where's my magneto sticko? Sticky stick. There it is. Just sing. Just. The fuck? This stick used to have a magnet in it. Did the magnet come out? Okay. So much for that. Would have been really nice to have that. Make my life a hell of a lot easier. I'm literally just rinsing this sucker off. And I'm going to throw it into a new beaker. Oh, 500 mil. We should do a big batch. We should do a big batch. Okay. We should do a big batch. I need a liter of water. Oh, I think my big cylinder's in the other room and kind of dirty. Ugh, a pain in my butt. Always a pain in the ass. Damn it. Huh. I gotta do this 250 at a time. Whatever. It's just 4 pours. Siri, what's 14% of 1,000? 140? Cat got your tongue? A little bit more than 1. I don't use tap water for this. If I can get a sink in here, and I'm in the process of installing a sink right here. That'll have filters on it, and then I can use tap water. Until then, I am stuck using this water because if I carbonate my tap water, it tastes like a fucking swimming pool. People are going to say, Greg, why don't you just fill it to where it says 1,000 on the side of that thing? And that's because those numbers are a suggestion. They make no claim to being even remotely accurate, and I'm trying to be reasonably accurate. Yeah, I'm trying to be accurate-ish, exactly. But I promise you, I'm sure it'll be like no, I don't promise, I'm not gonna make a promise, but I would bet it'll be absolutely nowhere near a liter when we're said and done. So how y'all doing out there? You staying warm? Hey, speaking of that, says the man with one eye. I don't know how people just showed up, but I released an episode today of How to Drink over on the YouTube, and you should check it out. It's called About Making Hot Drinks to Stay Warm. That's pretty fun. There's a really good rant in there about the history of human civilization. I think you'll like it. People are enjoying. Oh, whoa. Okay. Check it out on the YouTube. Yeah, G. Okay. And just so you know, Yeah, we're a good ways north of the 1,000 milliliter mark, supposedly, that it is. Okay, I just need to get started on this thing, please. Thank you. I believe they put that into quick sheets because I was being very lazy. Yes, I did. So, it's funny, I do actually have, I think, a bubblegum breakdown right here. Do I? Maybe not. Formula 101, Formula 102. Looking for some notes. Formula 4, Formula 5. Wish I took better notes, Greg. Acronyms versus alphabetism? Okay. I got a Jimmy Buffett song stuck in your head. I was wondering who was going to catch that. Thank you. Formula 9. Looks like it was in good shape. Can't use Naranjan anymore. Toscanal. Why was I using that? Ooh, what's this? That's all just typical usages. I want to make sure I use the right starting point here. I think we're going to go with Formula 11 as a start point, so we'll start here with Formula 12. Call this Apple Bold Formula 12. And it started with 5-fold orange. And Toscanal for some reason. I'm going to cancel that, but I'm going to start by writing this down. Cinnamic aldehyde, isobutadiene. I think we don't need that maybe for a minute. Mercaptan we need. That's like the gold. Grapefruit oil, for sure. Bitter orange oil at that time. Skipping Naranjan because I can't use it. Gentian for sure. Quinine. I'm going to skip that for a minute too. And then we'll come to the citric acid and sodium citrate in a minute. Well, I'll just put it in there. But that might actually happen in our titration, or matrix, I should say. So I had 5-fold orange there at 350. I now have a couple different options there. I have bergamot too. Is it bergamot or bergamot? I got something on my finger here. It's a little sticky. That's what I'm supposed to wear gloves for. Let's put them on. Yes, but the E is bergamet. Oh. Bubblegum. 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 I don't know how you'd pronounce that. It hurts my brain. Good morning, Australia. Leviosa. Okay. Oh. Not making meth. I'm making stinky soda. Let's hold off on that. That's very herbal and on the nose. Okay, let's do some bitter orange peel, and we will do some bubblegum. In fact, that might go in last. And we'll do, let's toss these. What does a grapefruit pink smell like? Ah! Somebody asked about method. I missed that. Isoamyl acetate. Let's give that guy a smell again. I could see that being a thing, maybe in small quantities. I get nothing on the benzyl acetate. Ooh, methyl salicate. Ugh. Some stinky stuff. Okay. Bitter orange peel extract. I should put that in there just to make clear. Let's make this a little bit bigger. I think we're good to, oh, and then this, I had that sweet orange. How does that compare to the fivefold? Where's the fivefold? And the nutmeg, and the clove, and lime. Can't use the Palo Santo, depressingly, because I think it's some cool shit. I might be able to use it, I just can't confidently use it today. This is an extract I made of fresh grapefruit peels. Whew, man, that smells like a grapefruit. Man, that's good. And then this is fresh grapefruit pith extract. Yeah, I don't know. That produces nothing on the nose. You know what I should do is I should just put a drop into some soda and see if it tastes super duper bitter. I have a feeling it'll be pretty subtle, all things being equal. I haven't tested this yet. We're making sodies, yeah. Missed the bottle. Good job, Greg. Okay, so this is an extract I made of some grapefruit piths I had, just fresh ones. It does nothing. I think we can dump that. That's useless. Argentina, benzoate. Where's the fucking... I need... Listen, if you know of some kind of a display and storage rack that would hold these 4-ounce bottles, okay? They are 50 mils across the bottom, 50 millimeters. They are glass. They don't have much to grab on at the collar here. I would like it to lock them in so they can't knock out, because I will break things and that would be a disaster. And also display them like a spice rack, so to speak, so that I can organize them and stuff like that and have them at the ready. Let me know, because I'm getting to the point where I started the process of doing it in Fusion 3D60, Fusion 360, whatever, because I don't think it exists, and I'm probably going to have to 3D print the thing I want. This is the bitter orange peel extract, dry grapefruit peel, my banana extract, grapefruit peel extract, gentian extract. Is this a different grapefruit peel extract? That one is not going to do it, I don't think. Is the quassia going to do it? You can get a wire spice rack. Interesting. We tried an actual... They don't... The spice racks don't, like, lock them in. I want them in there so that if I bump them, they don't go anywhere, and they have to, like, be popped out or something. I don't want... I want to be able to pick the whole thing up and move it around if I need to as well. Where the hell did my sweet... There's that sweet orange. Where'd my fivefold orange go? That smells very orangey. Am I losing my mind? Palo Santo, bergamot, grapefruit pink. That's Calabrian bergamot, grapefruit pink. What the fucking? Did I put it all the way away? Does that do it for you? The sound of those rubber gloves? Some of you guys are in the audience getting into that. I don't like that. Don't get into that. Any suppliers of scientific grade equipment glassware sell storage options? They do. They're stupid expensive to some extent, and they don't actually address my concerns. I thought that these cases from Cydio Crate would be the jam. They are not the jam. They probably great for some things. They are not great for this. Toscano. Oh yeah, no, that's probably in a tiny bottle actually. Isopropylic acid. Balancine, Ceylon, Glycol, Isobutavan, grapefruit mercaptan. Is that the 0.01? That is Newt-ketone. Both of those guys might show up at some point. Zingerone, ISO 10, ethylbutyrate, dihydranethol, gamma-dodecalactone, ethylvanillin, methylcyclopentalone, cyclo C, unlabeled, brilliant. Oh, it's more banana extract. I got a lot of banana extract when I made the banana extract. Oak moss, marjoram, aldehyde C14, myrrh, peppermint, clary sage. Fuck. Well, whatever. I'll just go without it. I'll use the other oranges that I have. I don't need the fivefold. I bet the sweet is fine, especially because I got some other components. I don't know why I went so far down that rabbit hole. Okay. Let's say we're going to do sweet orange. Okay, now let's take a look at our notes here. Previously we did 350 of fivefold. Let's do 350 of sweet. 350 ppm. I'm going to hold off on Toscano. Cinnamic aldehyde, 100 parts per million. I'm going to hold off on that. I do want the mercaptan at, what was it? 3 parts per billion, 0.003. 003. Okay. I want bitter orange oil, 300 parts per million. I want, this is where we get into serious stuff here, gentian. I probably want much more than 100 ppm, but let's start there. Quinine, I'm going to have that at 0 for now. Citric acid, sodium citrate. We're going to balance the acidity later. If it needs maybe a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. I want no naranjan, bitter orange oil, 300. Bitter orange peel extract. That's what I was thinking. Well, I think let's match it to my gentian. We'll do 100 ppm for that now. I don't think that was kicking it that hard anyway. And then yeah, I mean, I think we should start there, taste as we go a little bit. Right, and how many, what did you say, girlie? Siri, what is 14% of 1,000? It's 140, you moron. It said that. It actually said, you moron. There it is. Tear. 130. 141. 141.61. 140.1. 139. What? They're on the dot. 140 grams. What's up, Greg? Watching you from work. What's going on at work? What do you do? Does it suck? Do you like it? It's not that bad. You sit at a desk, I guess. Dyscalculus strikes again. Yes, that's where I belong. The man who can't add. Put him in a lab. The funny thing is that although my ability to compute mostly sucks, I do understand math. Damn, girl, why are you so loud? Well, I personally work in a grocery store. La-ti-da. In high school, many, many years ago, figured out that I have a calculator. Very little reason to do mental math in the world beyond these days. That's true. Me, after I get out of the movie theater. I speak as a maths major. You barely crunch any numbers in university. That's probably true. I think it's really funny to me that in England, or where, I mean, I'm assuming you're somewhere in Great Britain, that you have both plural maths and that you go to, I go to university. I don't know why. Sorry. It's just as an American, that's like always like, oh, this is so fancy. Oh, Australian. Okay. Apologize. I'm sure I've insulted you deeply. We only have one math in the U.S. We just have math. But you have all of them. You got all the maths. Work the crowd, Greg. You got to do that. You got to work the crowd. I think we're dissolved. Are we there yet? Like there were some crystals floating around in there. Yeah, they're still kind of like just some of that sugar crystallized and it does not want to dissolve in. I'm going to leave it running like about there. All right, let's do this. Of course, I only have 1% solutions here, so I need huge amounts of all of these things. Because 100 microliters if 1% is 10 parts per million. So 100 parts per million is 1,000 microliters. There we go. So I need, let's get started. Okay, we're gonna go down the line here. Oop, no, don't do that. Sweet orange, 350 parts per million. That is orange sweet. That'll be 1,350 micros. So, right? 1,300? No, 3,500. 1,000. 2,000. 3,000. 350. And that is our orange oil. I need 3 parts per billion grapefruit mercaptan. Now, where did I put that fucking shit? this is 0.01 grapefruit mercaptan, but I had one that was significantly more dilute than that. It's around here somewhere. Hang on. That one's probably down here. Where did you go? This is not good, Greg. You need better organization. You can't work like this. This is the tools I have to work with. Ugh. Auto pipette. You call it an auto pipette. Around here, we call it a micro pipette. Around these parts, call it a micro pipette, you fancy pants. Oh, it's probably in one of the brown, yeah, of course. Duh, it's probably in, there it is. It's in a brown bottle, dummy. It's in a brown bottle, you dummy. An amber bottle. Ah. Okay, so this is a dilution of 0.0001%. This math is so crazy to me. In a liter, 100 micros would be 1 part per billion. I am reasonably certain that I need 300 micros of this, I think. I fucking hope, man. Help me out there, guys. If you know that math better than me, I think so. I think so. Well, I mean, it certainly can't be less than that. Because could it be 30? Ooh. Hold on. You guys want to try something fun? 1 liter. I know, May. Let's check this out. Let's see if this guy will help me out here. She's pretty good at this sometimes. Hey, baby, I've got 1 liter of water, and I want to add 3 parts per billion of grapefruit mercaptan. I have a dilution of grapefruit mercaptan that is 0.0001% grapefruit mercaptan. How many micrograms of this dilution do I need to add to my liter of water?
To achieve 3 parts per billion, ppb, in 1 liter of water, you need 3 micrograms of grapefruit mercaptan in total. Your dilution is 0.001% grapefruit mercaptan. This means each milliliter of your dilution contains 0.001% of its mass in grapefruit mercaptan. To calculate the amount of your dilution needed, 1. Convert the 0.001% to a fraction. 0.001% is 0.0001, or 1x. This means 1 milliliter of your dilution contains 1 microgram of grapefruit mercaptan. 3. To get 3 micrograms of grapefruit mercaptan, you need 3 milliliters of your dilution. So you should add 3 milliliters of your dilution to 1 liter of water.
Really? Okay. You sure about that? Check your math.
You're right. Let's go through it again to be sure. First, you want 3 parts per billion of grapefruit mercaptan in 1 liter of water. Second, this means you need 3 micrograms of grapefruit mercaptan in total. Third, your dilution is 0.0001%, which is the same as 0.00001 in decimal form. Fourth, this means each milliliter of your dilution contains 0.00001 grams, or 1 microgram of grapefruit mercaptan. To find out how many micrograms of your dilution you need. Since each milliliter of your dilution contains 1 microgram, you need 3 milliliters of your dilution to get 3 micrograms. So you should add 3 milliliters of your dilution to 1 liter of water.
Let me read this because I can't listen to you say that shit. You want 3 parts per billion. This means you need 3 micrograms of grapefruit mercaptan. That's not true. No, that would be 3 parts per million in a liter. 3 micrograms would be 3 parts per million, right? This is not that hard, Greg. Okay. I have, let's see, 1 part per million. I have a cheat sheet. She's trying to poison you. Yeah, honestly, that's the scary one. Now, you always check her work. 1 part per million in 1 liter is 1 milligram, or 1 microgram, because a milliliter is a gram. So, yeah, 1 part per million in a liter is a microgram. Is that what you said? No, no. You said that a microgram was a part per billion. You silly whatever. Right. If I had and 100 micros of a 1% solution is 1 part per million. 100 micros of a 1% is 1 part per million. Right. 100 micros of a 0.1% would, I need a real pen here. Greg does math badly. That's what this is called. Here's what we do. Watch. 1%, 0.1%, 0.01%, 0.001%, 0.0001%. Okay. 100 UL. Okay. At 1%, you are 1 ppm. Correct? Yes. You are oh, that's right. I rigged this up so the math is stupid simple. 0.01 ppm, 0.001 pp. I forgot. I overcomplicated this shit. And what that means is I need 300. Which is exactly what I said to begin with. Man, that is potent shit. The math got a little bit more complicated the last time I was working on this because I was working in 250 milliliter batches because I was working smaller. All right, well, we can't trust you to do math. Oh my God. That shit is so potent, man. Just having a little bit in the room like that is wild. Okay, moving right along. We want 300 parts per million of bitter orange oil. I put you somewhere. I put you somewhere. A bitter orange oil, bitter orange oil, bitter orange oil. Where did I put you? Where did I put you? I just had my fucking eyes on you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Definitely just had my motherfucking eyes on you. Fucking A, man. What? I hate this shit. I don't like this. Now. Ah, there we go. Bitter orange. Here we go. Here we go. I need 3 milliliters of you. That's going to be my what do you call it? ASMR channel. It's just called Snapping with Nitrile Gloves. I'll make that channel for you. Here's a fun thought. AI is learning off of what we give it. And we don't know everything either. Therefore, AI doesn't either. Yeah, the difference here is that, like, I mean, it's an interesting question or point, but, like, first off, who said we know everything? It knows everything. But secondly, like, it has a better memory than you, which is true. In theory, at least. Gentian extract, 100 parts per million is... Yeah, it's 100 micros. Because this is not dilute. Why didn't you work? What the fuck? I like picked up nothing. All right, there we go. Well, we're going to overshoot that one a little bit, I guess, because it got something on that first dose. But that's pretty safe to go, a little heavy on. And then bitter orange peel. I'm going to do another 100 of this. That's an interesting question. I'll have fun with that. Hey, can you give me all of the U.S. states that, now that you're here, can you give me all of the U.S. states that have the letter R in it?
Sure. Here are the U.S. states that contain the letter R: Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Maryland, Massachusetts, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oregon, Rhode Island, Texas, Vermont, Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Is there anything else you need?
Is there an R in Wisconsin?
You're right. Wisconsin doesn't have an R. My mistake. Let me correct the list. Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Maryland, Massachusetts, Missouri, Nebraska, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Virginia. Thank you for pointing that out.
Okay, this is a billion miles away from being bitter enough. Just not even like remotely close. We need to increase our Genshin impact. I think literally tenfold. I think we just go to 1,000 parts per million, which means I now need 900. And part of that could be that this is an extract I made myself and it might suck. It might not be the right stuff. Okay, now we're up to 1,000. That's getting us there. I'm going to take it to 1500. So technically, because I'm pulling little milliliter tastes off of this, this math is wiggly. It's not good. I was closer before, I think. I think I have to rebalance it with more orange now. I'll take that up to 500 parts per million. Uh, 500 parts per million of the orange. We were at 350. I need to add 150. But that means 1500 mils or micros. Yeah. So I got to add 1.5 milliliters of this one. Hi, I'm Greg from How to Drink. Welcome to my laboratory. I'm not in the bar today. The bar still exists. The bar's not going anywhere. Just in case you're just tuning in, I have an app where you can look up all like 1,400 drinks that I've made. I was actually just doing some, I was adding some new features to it the other day. And it's at htdapp.com. That's back in line. It's a benefit for the members of my Patreon. You should check it out. I have this bubblegum flavor, and I have fucking literally, I should look it up. Where did I get it from? Is that Perfumer's Apprentice? I believe it is. Flavor Apprentice. Let's look it up and see if they have recommendations for usage, because it wouldn't be in FEMA. It's like a thing. Perfumer's Apprentice bubblegum flavor. Yeah, you have some information about how I should use it. You have a documentation on this one? No? Thanks. Why? Why don't you have anything? Okay. Well, it's safe. I just was wondering if they gave me a number to start with. I'm just going to go with 100 micros, see what that does for me. I was going to put also here too, microliters, because this one is being measured somewhat differently. I don't know what's in this bubblegum flavor, so it's hard for me to say like it's X parts per million or not. So I'm just going to measure it as microliters, and we'll figure out the math on it later. All right, I don't think I'm seeding these correctly. We're working on my own personal recreation or reference. I'm working on a soda that I call Gregory, which is inspired by Beverly, commonly available at Epcot Center in Florida. Let's add another 100. Yeah, Beverly. Okay, so we can talk about Beverly. Beverly came out in 1969. It was created for the Italian market by Coca-Cola. It was meant to be a non-alcoholic bitter aperitif, like a thing that you have like before dinner, like Campari. And so it tastes a little bit like Campari or something in that vein. It's very, very bitter. I personally think it's bitter, grapefruity, and orangey. That's kind of the vibes, and bubblegummy. That's like the vibe I get off of it. Oh, we're getting close. Why are you leaking? What is wrong with you? Did something get on you? Something got on you. I'm going to roll on this now. This is formula number 12. I've been working on this. Working on some new ingredients now. Finally, we have bubblegum flavor. I'm up to 200 microliters of that. I actually don't know what that means in this case because it's just flavor. I don't know what's in there, so I'm just measuring this one in microliters. I'll worry about the math later. This is sweet orange oil at 500 parts per million, grapefruit mercaptan at 3 parts per billion, 300 parts per million of bitter orange oil, 1,500 parts per million gentian, 100 parts per million bitter orange peel extract, which might come up, and then up to 200 microliters. This will be now 300 microliters of bubblegum flavor. I really think this bubblegum flavor is what's been missing here. It's kind of doing some great stuff so far. For those of you who are watching, this is now being recorded for my show. Okay, I think we're on the right track. This has a more bitter finish. Longer too. All right, not yet. Something is interfering with the stirrer, the microphone. Is it not interfering now? I mean, it could just be, I know Darcy did a bubblegum video. I haven't had a chance to watch it. I should watch it. I think I need a new glove or something. Something's all over this fucking thing now. Hang on. So, I mean, I'm standing next to a fridge and a CRT right now. It could be an issue. Oh, really? You think it's the stirring plate? That sucks. Sorry, guys. I can't not use that. Bitter almond extract could throw very bubblegummy. Interesting. Do you want Gregory to be an improvement on? I want it to be like in the same category as. Let's put it that way. I want it to be in the same category as and a version that I like a lot. Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure you can hear it because I can hear it. But then there's a different question: is it interfering? Interfering would be like, you know, the magnet is interrupting the signal or something like that. Oh, really? That's insane. Hold on. Is there noise now? I'm waiting. Well, I'm sorry, guys. That's weird and disturbing, but really good catch. Like, you guys are helping me make the show now. That's nice. I'm looking at this monitor, and I don't know. I'm kind of liking the way these Mummenschanz black hands kind of contrast my background. This might become my vibe, these black hands. All right. We can keep this stirring then. Where was I? I feel like we need more bitterness here. I'm going to add, oh wait, that was actually 300. I'm going to add more bitter orange oil. Let's make this 500 parts per million. Bitter orange extract. Denim lab coat. I have a lab coat. I hate the way it looks. It's very restrictive. I don't like it. To go with like the whole cyberpunk theme over here, I thought maybe the lab outfit would be like a beat up looking old like military jumpsuit or over coveralls, like some kind of like a flight suit or something. Maybe with some like cool patches on it. But then it's like, I don't know. Is that corny? I'm like 41 years old doing cosplay on the fucking YouTube. Is that what I should be doing? Yes, it's corny. I think we need to talk about acidity because I think what's missing now is a little bit of acidity, and I think, where are my numbers on that? I had numbers on Formula 11. I was doing 0.2% on that. I wonder if it could be much higher now. What's 2% of 1,000? Well, it's 20. So 2 grams is 0.2%, right? What's 0.2% of 1,000? It's 2. So we need 2 grams of my... where are you? Are you around here? I hate this. I mean, I have... Yeah, we'll just use this. Ah! Okay. Get my little weigh boat over here. And my Scoopy boy. So I want 2 grams of citric acid for this testing. 2 grams, precisely. Sometimes people ask you, what shows do you like? And I just found out that Babylon Berlin did a 4th season, and my wife and I are binging that. That's a fantastic show. I love how when you add the acid, it clarifies. Like the whole color instantly changes. Like you could see that, right? There's an immediate reaction there. Isn't that cool? I don't know why, because I'm not a chemist. I am watching Severance, but don't spoil anything because we haven't caught the second episode yet. So let's see where we're at here. You know what's... Oh, it's more close than it isn't. Let's put it that way. Oh, man. I think we just need to kind of up a bunch of other stuff here. I'm in for a treat. Am I in for a music dance experience? I do not have a meat thermometer. Give her the meat thermometer. No, don't say that on the internet. I'm not recording. I'm trying to make a soda. Boy, that's... Wow. You know, I think we have to matrix this. I think it's just underbittered at this point. I think it's just underbittered, but I don't want to blow this whole batch. So, here's what we gotta do. Yeah. So this gets a little awkward because I added sugar to this, it isn't really a liter anymore, which isn't really the end of the world, but it does mean that this is going to be a little bit less of a perfect situation. But if we can get quite close, that's going to be fine. So quite close is really good for right now. If I get to quite close, I can start dialing in. Why do you use that, Greg? Because then I don't have to bend as far. I know, there's a lot of dead air. I'm supposed to keep talking. I'm supposed to never stop talking. Because, you know, who's going to watch this if I don't? I wonder how many people are watching. I have no idea. Why don't we find out, says the Greg. Only 360 people. That's nice. Hello, 360 people. When I'm in the bar, this is true. When I'm in the bar just shooting the shit with people live, it's usually like 600 people. So you guys are the real fans. You're going to watch a guy work silently in his garage. Have you guys seen the new episode of How to Drink? It's not doing well. I can hear Meredith's voice telling me, plug the app, plug the app. So if you guys go to hddapp.com, if you're using the show as your own personal cocktail guide, go to hddapp.com. See if that'll work for you. I think you're going to like it. It's going to be a lot better than trying to use YouTube for cocktail guide. You know, just to have like a cocktail book. In a perfect world, I would part this out, but I'm going to hold on to that. I'm not perfect. What I will do is make labels. You saw the video shared in not even relevant Discord server. What Discord server? Thank you. I wonder if it's like a mutual or something. Like someone who's in my Discord server or whatever. That's cool. I always wonder about that. Like, do people talk about me? I guess they do. It's so fucking weird. You know, like when I'm not, like, do people talk about how to drink when how to drink's not around? They do. I don't know how to process that. That's a really weird thing that happened to me. I think maybe once I saw a meme that featured me. That was pretty neat. But frankly, it's probably not the kind of attention I need. So what are we doing? We're trying to make a soda. We're trying to make a bitter, non-alcoholic aperitif called Gregerly. And I've been working at it for like months and like have spared no expense in this process. I'm not there yet, but I do feel like we're making some real progress here. Real progress. In fact, I think we're pretty close to having it. Am I going to have someone else taste my different versions? I'm going to sell it. I'm going to have you buy it, and then you can tell me what you think. What do you think of that? You've seen my recipes get used by cold ones? How come they never asked me to come on the show? I don't know anything about cold ones. But, you know. Do they think I'm an asshole or something? So, do they use my recipes just to make fun of me? That'd be cool. Oh, they're in the UK? Or in Europe? Could you export it as a syrup? Probably not, honestly. It's Aussie. Yeah, that's a hell of a boat ride for me. Have you had Chinotto? Yeah, I like some. It's a little bitter. I mean, I don't know. It really depends on what you consider to be like bitter. Like Chinotto is bitter, but it's not like what I'm doing here. This is bitter. And it's honestly, it's still not bitter enough. This is like drinking Campari. I would say, or like it's in that kind of range of bitterness. Chinotto is nowhere near that bitter in my experience. I also have in my basement, for research purposes, some Crodino. I have some, or Crodino. I have some San Bitter. I have all of the Italian bitter non-alcoholic aperitifs. I will say that Beverly, that I'm using as my inspiration point, is closest to Crodino. And it was probably created as a response to Crodino. Excuse me as I burp. Matrix A. In A, let's take our sweet orange to, let's do this labeling a different way. I don't like that. Matrix A, sweet orange will go to 1000 ppm. And we're going to, do I want quinine? That smells like chlorine. I'm not doing anything with that. Something may have happened in there. It's not really quinine either. It's red cinchona bark. So it's an extract of red cinchona. I kind of mislabeled it. But That's a crazy smell. What the hell? Extracts are pretty shelf stable, yeah. I mean, they're basically, they may go through like chemical changes over time, but they're like at least 50% ethanol. That's a weird smell. Not touching that. So, I don't know. But also, I don't know. Maybe like quinine does something when it's sitting. Like maybe red cinchona bark does go through some weird chemical changes over time. Let's up our sweet orange. Do I have that bitter orange? Grapefruit. Let's get, and then and I have some nutmeg too. I think I wanted to try. This is Greg's fresh grapefruit peel. Ooh, that's so grapefruity. Let's use my fucking fresh grapefruit peel because that shit's awesome. Clove. I mean, there could be clove in there, but really small. You know, that could be a thing. Yeah, and I could have more of that too. That's a bitter orange. Let's kill that. Let's not do more orange sweet. Let's do Greg's grape fruit extract. We will do 300 ppm. No, that's potent shit. We're going to do 100 ppm to start. We're going to do, let's just start there. There you go. Okay. I have 1% of this? No, I have, well, I guess I need 25 microliters, which I can maybe measure, technically. So I didn't dilute it. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be 100 parts per million, I think. Even if I had a list of the ingredients, even if what comes out of this is like, that's the stuff that's in there, figure out the balance later, that'll be huge. Let's up our gentian to double. No, let's go to 2,000 ppm for now. This is another 500 parts per million. I'm working in a quarter. That's 125. I need 125 things. Where's my gentian? $125. Anyone else get the notification of the new video on the live stream at the same time? So you've not only watched a new video because you're here, you're watching this. I hope so. I'm wondering if that does something. I wonder if that'll like trigger some kind of cool thing to happen on my channel where like people watch it. That'd be neat. Have I had Julmust? No, I haven't. It's pretty good. Dinner's ready? Thank you.
You need to go now.
I gotta go right now? Okay, I'll be out.
I'll leave the door open in case.
Okay, thank you. Leave the door open. I'm doing one last formulation.
Good. I'm playing Animal Crossing.
She's playing Animal Crossing, guys. There can't be a problem. I'm not trying to enter a formula. I just want to add the number plus. Let's do it the other way. Okay. This is exciting. I'm sorry, Justin. I know it's not. I don't even know why I'm live streaming this. It's just because I hate to be alone. You guys are just keeping me company. When did you go full? When do you go full? Oh, Pickle Rick. That's interesting. You used to live stream gameplay. I haven't played games in a while. Yeah, it's not really a good habit for me. All right, we're going to try some pungency stuff now. Clove, leaf, nutmeg. I got a feeling. This feels good. Now, what did I put down as a note for standard use levels of clove leaf? 8.6 parts per million. That would be 860 microliters in a liter of my 1% solution. I am needing a quarter of that. What is 860 divided by 4? 215. Because I'm pretty sure that's what my little cheat sheet says. Yep, 215. Oh, let me put 8.6 ppm. You didn't actually dial that in. I said 215. It's the wrong stick. Just like going all over the place here. Hey, it sure beats watching micro pipette a clear liquid into another clear liquid in a 96 well plate and watching it turn slightly turbid to test for bacterial contamination. If you're in your water injection, sure does beat that. You can't drink that. Oh shit. That. Oh my God. This is Formula 12 Matrix A. I took Formula 12, I parted it out into 4 matrices. This is my first matrix. I'm building it as I go. And I just got to clove leaf, We dropped in 8.6 parts per million of clove leaf. Matrix A is, just for the reference here, 100 parts per million my own grapefruit extract, 2,000 parts per million gentian extract, 100 and I don't know, some amount of bubblegum flavor. I have to do the math on that one later because it's weird. 8.6 parts per million clove leaf, 500 parts per million bitter orange oil, 100 parts per million bitter orange peel extract, and 500 parts per million sweet orange oil. And I'm telling you what, this the clove was a kicker. That is really getting us there. Maybe more bitter orange. We are at bitter orange. Bitter orange is at 500 parts per million. Let's make it 650. And 650 would be, I have a 1% solution. That would be 100. I need to add 150 parts per million. That would be 1.5 milliliters. 1.5 milliliters. 1.5 divided by 4. 0.3. 1.5 divided by 4. 375. So I need 375 micros. So good. So close. Bank shot right off the TV. Holy shit, man. I think we got it. I think we got it. Maybe some nutmeg. What's standard use for nutmeg? 3 parts per million. Okay, that would be 300. 300 divided by 4. 75, thank you. Still not fucking bitter enough. I'm willing to blow it. I'm willing to destroy this right now on a lark. On a lark. But then I gotta go eat. It could have some cinnamon oil. It could totally have some cinnamon oil. It could have some cinnamon oil. It could. There it is. Wormwood. Okay. Let's just go crazy. Try this. Wormwood. We're going to use very little. I have a 1% solution. Like, what's the smallest amount I could actually measure here? 100 of this would be 1 part per million in a liter. It'll be 4 parts per million here. So let's put 4 parts per million. Because I have, this wormwood shit is unreal. That's the smallest amount I can measure, realistically. Well, it's not the smallest amount, but 4 parts per million is fine. Wormwood is wrong. Every time wormwood is wrong. Okay, that got me off base. Kill the wormwood. But now I've got something to compare against. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is eat dinner. But after that, I'm going to take matrix A, replicate it across A, B, C, and D, and then try some subtle variations there, because I think matrix A minus the wormwood that I just added is damn close. Damn close. When we get that right, I'm going to do a whole nother batch of it, and then I'll matrix out my acidity and also try some mineral salts. Okay. More lab work. There. Okay. So that is the end of the live stream, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do have to go to dinner, turns out, as you heard my 4-year-old say. And I do really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much. There'll be more live streams. There's more episodes. If you haven't seen it yet, please go check out my hot drinks episode. I have there's a big philosophy spiel in there, weirdly. I had a lot of fun making that and cutting that and all of that. And there's some good hot drinks. Do check out htdapp.com. I know that so many of you, if you're here, you're probably amongst those people. You're using the show maybe as a cocktail guide. YouTube is a terrible place to look up a recipe on the fly. Well, I made an app. It's a web-based app, so that's why it's at htdapp.com. People keep asking, Greg, where's the app? Where is it? Why can't I find it in the App Store? It's because it's not in the App Store. It's at htdapp.com. You can turn it into an app by adding it to your home screen the way that it works on the iPhone. I'm assuming you can do that with other phones too. But it's pretty cool. It's a Patreon benefit. There's a lot of cool stuff over there at my Patreon. I feel like nobody's listening to this because I already said that the stream is over. But thanks for hanging out with me. Check it out. Like and subscribe. I don't know. Oh, I just remembered I can't end the stream without my computer. Where is that? Yeah. Did I stop screen sharing that other machine? I think I did. Well, this is going to take me a second. Hang on. Yeah. Screen share. We're getting close to ending the stream. I got to push a button. Okay, there's my button. Guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Patreon makes the world go round, truly. And you guys have been great. And I'll be back with another live stream and more content and all of that stuff. Good night.